Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Augusta Area High School Sports Awards, brought to you by the Augusta Chronicle, in partnership with Mercedes-Benz of Augusta and Augusta Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists.
Dealer of Excellence. That's Mercedes-Benz of Augusta, your Augusta dealer to receive the prestigious J.D. Power 2021 Award, recognized for excellence in sales, guest services, and superior operations, plus a near-perfect rating from over 1,800 Google reviews and counting. Serving you, our neighbors, is our highest calling. Discover our absolute dedication to customer satisfaction and an enduring commitment to excellence for yourself. Discover Mercedes-Benz of Augusta.
Talent will always be found. It doesn't matter where you play or where you're from. When you have talent, people will find you.
Some of the biggest names in the world of sports come together to honor the best high school athletes in the country. Alex Morgan, Katie Ledecky, Aaron Rodgers, Sue Bird, Shaquille O'Neal.
Now do you know my name? Yeah, you know, do you know my name? You know, my name is Fire, Fury, Power. My name is Legend. You know, do you know my name? Legend.
It's a celebration of athletic excellence from those who know it best. Here are your hosts, Heisman Trophy winner and ESPN analyst Desmond Howard, and the host of NFL Live and SEC Nation, Laura Rutledge.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the show. Tonight we get to celebrate one of the most passionate and exciting groups in all of sports, the high school athlete.
That's right, Laura. An incredible list of all-star talent has signed on to help recognize these amazing men and women. We're talking Aaron Rodgers, Alex Morgan, Chipper Jones, Sue Bird, Katie Ledecky, and the big man himself, Shaquille O'Neal.
I love it. You know, I actually think it's illegal these days to have a sports award without Shaq in it.
I think you're right.
So I'm glad he's on board for our show tonight.
Of course, and the Diesel has something in common with everyone else on this show. At one point or another, we all went to high school.
True, and while the time since high school has been a while, for some more than others, we all still remember the hopes and dreams and even the challenges of that memorable time in our lives.
And tonight, we all return to high school to cover a lot of sports and give out a lot of awards. If two people showed up to cheer for it, and those two people were your parents, we're celebrating it tonight.
So ditch the backpacks and summer reading lists and forget about that pop quiz you bombed in third period French last semester. It's time to celebrate some of the best high school athletes in the area.
Of course, none of this would be possible without the generous support of our sponsors.
And you can't have a celebration this big without a little flexing going on. That's why we have sports broadcaster Abby LaBar keeping an eye on the land of the humble brag.
Thanks, Laura. And speaking of bragging, we know you love to, and we love to see it. So tag us in your social posts, share photos and videos from your own celebrations using tonight's hashtags. Posts on Instagram or Twitter will be shown on the social media feed on the show website. Okay, so we know every award show needs a red carpet, and lucky for us, two former college football players agreed to host ours tonight. If you don't know them as football players, well, you probably know them better from another little gig they had. The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, my friends Tyler Cameron and Matt James.
Thanks, Abby. Matt and I are so excited to be here. We got out, got dressed up, and stepped into our freshest kicks to walk the red carpet.
Wait, are those my shoes?
Bro, you put them in my closet. I'm wearing them now.
Tonight we get a chance to salute some show-out high school athletes. So who's handing out the roses? I mean the awards tonight.
Careful now. We talked about this and we let that go. We were playing sports long before our bachelor days, so we know how exciting this must be for you.
But tonight's not about us. It's about the athletes of today. the records they're breaking, the bars they're raising, and the names we'll be reading and remembering in the future.
So, whether or not you win tonight, just know you've already proven to be a top athlete. So congratulations, this red carpet is all for you.
Thanks, guys. I don't know about you, Desmond, but I'm ready to start giving these kids some of their hard-earned awards.
Hey, let's do it. We're going to kick things off in the pool. Here to help us dive right in is one of the most decorated female swimmers in U.S. history, the legendary Katie Ledecky.
Katie Ledecky burst on the competitive swimming scene at 15 years old. At the London Olympics, she took home the gold and the first of many Olympic medals. She's added 4 more golds, 15 world championships, 2 NCAA titles, and a whole bunch of freestyle world records. The recent Stanford grad is back in the pool, training for Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Katie Ledecky talking to all you swimmers and divers out there. I know a lot of the world puts us all together in one big group because we spend half of our time in the pool and the other half of the time trying to get chlorine out of our hair. But we are a very diverse group. Divers launch themselves off of boards and platforms of varying heights, and swimmers employ a bunch of different strokes and distances, each with its own unique demands. That's why I'm here. So I can speak to all of you individuals and tell you the key to success in your water world is to always, always, always keep moving forward. Except, of course, anyone who competes in backstroke or performs back dives. That advice would be very bad for you. You guys keep going backward. That sounded weird. I'm gonna go back in the pool. I'll leave all you divers to your diving and your backstrokers to your backstroking. I'll see you later. Here are the honorees for the Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta Area Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Caitlin Goliski of South Aiken High School.
If you missed Caitlin Goliski's state championship win in the 100 freestyle, you had a second chance to see her capture a state championship in the 200 free. Still a junior at South Aiken High School, she'll have yet another lap around the prep pools in the Augusta area next season.
Congratulations, Caitlin. Here are the honorees for the Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta Area Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Lincoln Green of South Aiken High School.
With a second place finish of the 100 butterfly, South Aiken High School's Lincoln Green capped a season that included regional titles in the 200-yard medley relay, 100 butterfly, and 100 backstroke.
Congratulations, Lincoln.
If you had to name the sport that most pro athletes choose to play when they're not at their paying gig, it would have to be golf. It doesn't mean they're good at it, but it doesn't mean they're as bad as Charles Barkley either. But we decided to tap someone who makes their living driving for show and putting for dough. Here's Ryan Palmer with the Golf Awards.
4-time champion Ryan Palmer is no stranger to success. On the PGA Tour, where every week is a battle of attrition, he's taken home 4 tour victories, 11 runners-up, 67 top 10 finishes, including 2 in the majors. Golf, presented by EasyGo.
Hey all you golfers out there. PGA Tour winner Ryan Palmer here to hand out the Golf Awards. But before I do, I want to point out something about golf compared to other sports. Listen, I get it. There's no buzzer beating golf. No one is throwing the ball 100 miles an hour at you, and no one is going to smash into you at the top of your swing and throw you to the ground. That's all true, but there's something awesome about golf that you can't find in a lot of other sports. If you've got a couple of hours to spare, you can play on the same courses that Tiger, Phil, myself, Annika and MB, or even Rory and DJ play on. Try shooting hoops with your friends at Madison Square Garden, or play 9 innings at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Let's hear it for the game of golf, where legendary venues are open to all. Here are your honorees for the Female Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta area Female Golfer of the Year is
Augusta Prep Junior Mia Sessa had a big year on both the high school as well as the junior circuit. Sessa was the overall female champion at the Belle Meade Junior Classic and also took first place at the Metropolitan PGA Future Series tournament in New York this summer.
Congratulations on a great golf season. Here are your honorees for the Male Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta area Male Golfer of the Year is Christopher Saul of Richmond Academy.
Richmond standout Christopher Saul came in second place at the Class 3A State Championship to conclude his high school career. Georgia coaches recognized him as part of the All-State team, and the senior will continue to be a regular on the local junior circuit.
Congratulations, Christopher.
Carrie Walsh Jennings here. Stick around. Volleyball's coming up soon.
A lot of sports have similar concepts and equipment, boundaries, balls, and scoreboards, name a few. But there are two that make use of sand. One is golf, where it's to be avoided, and the other is beach volleyball, where it's embraced in all its gritty glory. Here to lend a hand with our volleyball awards is someone who knows achieving greatness is no day at the beach, Carrie Walsh Jennings.
Carrie Walsh Jennings, also known as 6 Feet of Sunshine, is covered in Olympic gold. The 42-year-old SoCal standout is the most decorated beach volleyball player in Olympic history. She and her former teammate Misty May Traynor won 3 gold medals and 5 world championships, earning the title the greatest beach volleyball team of all time.
Hey everybody, Carrie Walsh Jennings here. I know this looks like a volleyball, but in reality, it's a ticket to your future. Because the lessons you learn hitting this sucker around will come in handy down the road. Things like teamwork, determination, goal setting. You're going to need all of those skills. And then, there are the friends you make with this. Ones you'll have for the rest of your life. Priceless. So don't think of it as just a volleyball. Think of it as your secret weapon for success. And your honorees for Volleyball Player of the Year are and the finalists are and the Augusta area Volleyball Player of the Year is Michaela Klein of Lakeside High School.
Michaela Klein, a 5'10" outside hitter from Lakeside High School, is coming off a stellar season when she recorded her 500th career kill last fall. As a 4-year member of the varsity, Klein pushed the Panthers to 3 region titles. Now she'll step onto the collegiate stage next fall, competing for McGee-Stafford University.
Congratulations, Michaela.
There are some athletes today who have been so dominant, you only have to say their first name for everyone to know who you're talking about. They become celebrities, giants of their sport.
That's right. Our next presenter was an athlete like that during her long career. She made her mark as a teenager, practically ruled at Wimbledon, and was still taking home major titles at the age of 49. The name Navratilova will be in the record books for years to come. But for so many of us, all you have to say is Martina.
Martina Navratilova is one of the most dominant players to ever swing a racket. Born in the former Czechoslovakia, the former world #1 claimed 18 Grand Slam singles titles. Added to her 31 doubles and 10 mixed doubles, 59 major titles are the most by any player, male or female, in the Open era.
Hey everybody, Martina Navratilova here, to tell you that you picked a great sport to play in high school, because it's a sport that you can play your whole life. I mean, look at me. I'm still out there on the court all the time, playing for hours, and I'm like 60. Never mind, you can see by my hair how old I am. My hair is thinning, but anyway, I don't know why I did that. Because you guys can just Google my name and kind of figure out how old I am and then Instagram me about it, whatever. Anyway, all the effort that you are putting in now, it can pay dividends well past your competitive playing days. Remember, you can love other sports, but tennis is the only sport where love is literally part of the game. Here are the honorees for the Female Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta area Female Tennis Player of the Year is Elaine Sowell of Scriven County High School.
As the #1 singles player for the Lady Gamecocks, Elaine Sowell faced opponents' top competitors day in and day out and still claimed the Region 3A championship and advanced to the Class A playoffs in the GHSA state tournament.
Congratulations, Elaine. Here are the honorees for the Male Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta area Male Tennis Player of the Year is Cy McLeod of Richmond Academy.
Richmond Academy senior Cy McLeod's celebrated run through the local junior circuit allowed him to gain status as a 4-star prospect. His work as a singles player spurred Richmond deep into the Class 3A state tournament. McLeod will play for the Naval Academy next year.
Congratulations, Cy.
Bruce Springsteen once topped the charts with his iconic album, Born to Run. But for this ultra-marathon man, those aren't words that you sing. Those are words you live by. Presenting the awards for cross country, Dean Karnazes.
Dean Karnazes, the legendary Badwater ultramarathon champion, running 135 miles through Death Valley in 124-degree heat. He later ran a marathon at the South Pole. This superhuman and best-selling author has run 50 marathons in 50 states in 50 days.
Hey guys, Dean Karnazes here to talk a little cross country. But first, a quick confession. I only ran cross country as a freshman in high school. Our team won the state championships and I figured that I couldn't top that, so I stopped running. Until later in life. Now I've raced and competed on all 7 continents. But enough about me. This is about you guys, the best cross-country runners from across the country. Here are the honorees for the Female Cross-Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta area Female Cross Country Runner of the Year is Simone Rojas of Evans High School.
Simone Rojas of Evans High School clocked in with a second-place finish in the Class 6A state meet last fall. Known as one of the top distance runners in the region, she has continued chasing down her competitors on courses all over Georgia.
Congratulations, Simone. Here are the honorees for the Male Cross Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are And the Augusta area male cross-country runner of the year is Jonathan Green of Evans High School.
Jonathan Green capped his stellar 4-year run at Evans High School as the Class 6A state champion. After posting his personal record of 15 minutes and 24 seconds in the 5K, Green collected a number of school records on his way to claiming the Region 3 title.
Congratulations, Jonathan.
We have loved seeing how you are celebrating. Thank you for posting and letting us celebrate with you. Keep posting on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtags for a chance to win an autographed gift from one of our featured guests tonight. Now let's hear from some honorees with our friends, Matt and Tyler.
Thanks, Abby. One thing you can say about us athletes is some of us tend to be a little superstitious.
Some eat the same thing before every game, some listen to the same music, some people even wear the same socks for every game for years.
Really? Bro, those Sam's Club socks?
Come on, bro.
The thick cotton ones?
I know, but we had socks from our school. You wouldn't wear them. You would stink up the whole place because you wouldn't even wash them. You'd forget to wash them. You still do that same thing in my apartment.
In any case, we want to hear from some of the greats. Let's see what they've done to lock in the wins.
I think I used to have like a ton of rituals. Well, I'm a pitcher, and so we're kind of known for being a little different.
I had my special hair ties. I would have to shower before every competition.
I've always had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I played.
I pretty much just put on my right sock before my left sock, my left shoe before my right shoe. I never touched the lines. I always warmed up 27 minutes before game time.
But my one, I guess, like pregame ritual would be that I always pass with one particular teammate, Lauren Meyer.
I didn't have any rituals or lucky anything, and I tried to stay away from those things because luck scares me.
There are some things in certain playlists that might last an entire season, or you might listen to a certain playlist that you made and lose or have a bad game, and that thing gets erased pretty quickly.
I do 3 claps on the blocks, typically before I start my race.
Like if I do something before a workout, before a competition, and I notice that I had a good day, I now have to do said thing until the meet is done.
Obviously all rituals are a mental thing, but they were a big part of my preparation.
Kind of like Dumbo's feather, like you don't need the feather to fly. You have it within you.
30 minutes before game time, yeah, it's embarrassing. 4 chocolate chip cookies and an orange Powerade.
Well, that certainly was educational, whatever it takes, right? Yeah. What about you, Desmond? I would think a Heisman Trophy winner would have some good pregame rituals. Did you do anything?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty silly and goofy, but I used to put everything on in the same particular order. No matter if we're home or away, like the right sock, then the left sock. You know, it's just, I know it's ridiculous. I do it now, even when I put on my suit.
So you put your suit on in that particular order that you used to put your uniform on today? That's what you did?
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I like to hear. All right, that was very good. So moving on, let's get to our next set of awards.
When you're on the track, you know records are made to be broken. And legends can be made in a fraction of a second. That's why you always have to come with your best. You never know when it's your time to make your mark and when the world is watching.
And the world definitely watched our next presenter. He remains the only man to win gold in the 200 and 400 at the same Olympics. The one and only legendary sprinter, Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. This Texan dominated sprinting for most of the 90s. Of his 16 major international medals, not a single one isn't gold. After becoming the first and only man to defend an Olympic 400-meter title in Sydney, and to this day, the U.S. records in the 200, 300, and 400 meters still bear his name.
Hey everybody, Michael Johnson here to help celebrate the amazing achievements of the athletes from the friendliest sport there is, track and field. I know all those other sports will be mad that I said that, but think about it. When most sports have teams come together to compete, they call it a game. Some call it a match. But when we compete, where do we do it? At a meet. You can't get much more friendly than a meet as far as competition goes. Speaking of which, it's time to meet our honorees. And the finalists are And the Augusta area female track and field athlete of the year is Annie Trapp of Augusta Prep Day School.
Augusta Prep star Annie Trapp stole the show at the 2021 GISA State Meet, scoring the trifecta in the distance events. Trapp won the 800, 1600, and 3200 meter events. And then she still had enough energy to help her team finish third in the 4x400 relay. Thanks to her 3 gold medals, she was the state meet's top point getter by a wide margin.
Congratulations, Annie. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta area Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Hayes Trapp of Augusta Prep Day School.
Augusta Prep distance running star Hayes Trapp had a monster day at the 2021 GISA State Track Meet, medaling in 4 events and sharing top Region 4 2A honors for the meet. The sophomore was a double winner in the mile and 2-mile events and added a runner-up finish in the 800 meters.
Congratulations, Hayes.
It is called the beautiful game. And we're 3.5 billion soccer fans, that's right, billion with a B, around the world. I think you have a hard time arguing with that description.
Just like no one can argue that Alex Morgan is one of the most accomplished players, man or woman, in the history of the U.S. national team, and the perfect choice to present our soccer awards.
When Alex Morgan steps on the pitch, it is game on. With a knack for late-game heroics, Morgan's goal in extra time in the semifinals of the London Olympics helped propel the U.S. to gold. She would go on to win the World Cup in 2014 and 19.
Hey everybody, Alex Morgan here. I've been so fortunate with all the things I've been able to do thanks to soccer. And you might be looking wide-eyed at that list of accomplishments, so it might surprise you to know that in this interaction we are having right now, I'm the envious one. I'm not kidding, because you guys are in or just finished high school, and I absolutely loved my time in high school. It was Dunbar High School in Southern California. Go Brahmas! Our colors were purple and gold, and our cheer was loud and proud. Yeah, that stuff stays with you. I'm envious because high school is special. You guys have your whole life ahead of you, which is scary, but also really exciting at the same time. So congrats on all your accolades, and just try to really enjoy the ride. Your older self will thank you, trust me. Here are your honorees for the Female Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta Area Female Soccer Player of the Year is Virginia Chu of Augusta Prep Day School.
Senior center back in all-state selection, Virginia Chu, helped anchor an Augusta Prep girls soccer team that captured the GISA state title this season. It was the school's 6th state championship since 2014 and Chu's 4th title game appearance in as many high school seasons.
Congrats, Virginia. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta Area Male Soccer Player of the Year is Sahim Kushif of Lakeside High School.
Sahim Kashif claimed Region 3 6A Player of the Year recognition for scoring 21 goals in 15 games. Forever on the attack, he powered the Lakeside offense, taking control of games with his leg.
Congratulations, Sahim.
Hey guys, it's Aaron Rodgers, and I'll be handing off some football awards in just a bit. Maybe I'll be saying your name, so stick around to find out.
Dealer of Excellence. That's Mercedes-Benz of Augusta, your Augusta dealer to receive the prestigious J.D. Power 2021 Award, recognized for excellence in sales, guest services, and superior operations, plus a near-perfect rating from over 1,800 Google reviews and counting. Serving you, our neighbors, is our highest calling. Discover our absolute dedication to customer satisfaction and an enduring commitment to excellence for yourself. Discover Mercedes-Benz of Augusta.
Now, Laurie, you know they say defense wins championships. I know you won't get any argument about that from our next presenter. But even if you did, I'm pretty sure you'd let him win that argument.
Yeah, I'd sure stay out of his way. Also, those people haven't met you. But anyway, here to present the Defensive Football Player of the Year is T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt, the youngest in an NFL family dynasty, was drafted in the first round by the Steelers in 2017 and became the first rookie to start at linebacker for the Black and Gold in more than 30 years. He has earned 3 Pro Bowl selections, led the league in sacks in 2020, and is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year finalist. Football, presented by Coca-Cola United.
Hey everybody, it's TJ Watt, giving some much-deserved props to the defenders out there. We all know that the offense is the one everybody likes to talk about and read about during the season. But over the long haul, history looks back kindly on those who defend. Think about it. The heroes of the Alamo, they were defenders. The iconic and beloved lawyer Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, defender. Even one of the early super popular video games back in the 80s was called, you guessed it, Defender. And how do you describe a talented player on the other side of the ball? You call them offensive, like a bad smell or a horrendous outfit, like that uncle who always jokes weirdly at Christmas. So keep doing what you're doing out there on the field. People may go nuts for the quarterbacks today, but they'll always remember you defenders for years to come. Here are your honorees for the Defensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are in the Augusta area, Defensive Football Player of the Year is Bo Shugarts of the Greenbrier High School.
Bo Shugarts, a dominant defensive end for Greenbrier High, led Class 5A with 130 tackles. Though he played on both sides of the ball, he was a nightmare for opposing offenses, recording 42 quarterback hurries and 10 quarterback sacks.
Congratulations, Bo.
A big thanks to TJ Watt for helping us out with the defense. And before we move on to offense, I was thinking, Desmond, if I could get you, TJ, and our next presenter on my flag football team, I could go ahead and just plan the victory dinner before the season even started.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, man, I love to run routes for this guy. His accuracy and creativity as a signal caller make him a receiver's dream.
So more of my flag football team later, but he is one of the best and has certainly carved out a place for his name in the record books. Here to present is legendary quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Super Bowl champion Aaron Rodgers holds the league's lowest career interception percentage and the highest single-season passer rating in history. The 9-time Pro Bowl selection was also named the NFL's most valuable player last season, the 3rd MVP trophy of his illustrious career. Football, presented by Coca-Cola United.
Hey everybody, Aaron Rodgers here to hand out some awards to incredibly deserving high school football players. Of course, that got me thinking about all the things I love about our sport. One of the most underrated aspects of football, the terminology. I mean, we got the blitz, the bomb, the sack, wild card. We spike, we trap, we fly, we Hail Mary from time to time. Those are fun. No offense to other sports, but while they dribble or bunt, we hit the hole and shoot the gap. They can't stand tall with the Statue of Liberty or transform a turnover into a touchdown with the fumble-rooski. So what do you say? We get in victory formation as we salute some amazing athletes from the gridiron. Here are the honorees for the Offensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are And the Augusta area Offensive Football Player of the Year is Braden Collette of Greenbrier High School.
Everyone knew where the ball was going when Greenbrier High's Braden Collette lined up at wide receiver. And he still managed to haul in a state-best 66 catches, and 11 of the 66 went for touchdowns. The versatile athlete has now committed to playing baseball at Georgia Southern next year.
Congratulations, Braden.
Imagine for a moment what it would be like to go through your day carrying around something that weighs the same as you do. Now imagine that weight isn't playing nice and is fighting you the whole time. It would get pretty exhausting pretty fast. Welcome to the life of a wrestler. Here to help us award these masters of the mat is freestyle Olympic champion Kyle Snyder.
Kyle Snyder, aka Captain America, in 2016 became the youngest Olympic gold medalist and world champion in American wrestling history. He helped Team USA win its first world championship in more than 20 years. He'll be repping the red, white, and blue again when he attempts to defend his freestyle Olympic gold in Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Kyle Snyder here. If you want to have a long and successful wrestling career, you have to embrace a concept that is foreign to most Americans. I'm talking about kilograms. That measure of weight that school children and the rest of the world use with ease, but adults in the US can't seem to wrap their heads around. So if you already have a handle on it, you're ahead of the game. It's kind of like learning the language of your opponents. Here are your honorees for the Wrestler of the Year. And the finalists are... And the Augusta Area Wrestler of the Year is Bo Shugarts of Greenbrier High School.
Bo Shogarts made his impact known in the heavyweight divisions as he dominated all comers at 285 pounds. Known for his tenacity as a defensive lineman in football, the Greenbrier senior never shied away from any opponent on the mat.
Congratulations, Bo.
A lot of today's sports come from purely recreational origins, not lacrosse. Created by Native American tribes, what we call lacrosse was used to train warriors and even had some religious significance. Today, its popularity is absolutely exploding, thanks in no small part to our next presenter, lacrosse legend, Paul Rabel.
Paul Rabel, the lacrosse superstar and legend, has 7 championship titles through his college, professional, and international career. The 3-time MVP co-founded the Premier Lacrosse League, changing the game of pro play for the fastest growing team sport in North America.
What's up, all you lacrosse players out there? I'm Paul Rabel, and I've seen a bunch of your highlights and was blown away. You guys totally do your talking on the field, which is where you want a lacrosse player to do their talking, which got me thinking, why am I talking here instead of giving awards to you guys over there? So let's do this. Here are your honorees for the Female Lacrosse Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta Area Female Lacrosse Player of the Year is Kennedy Powell, also of Lakeside High School.
Senior Kennedy Powell concluded her run through the prep ranks as the best player in Columbia County while leading Lakeside into the state tournament. Her athleticism, combined with her versatility on the field and excellence in the classroom, made her a standout.
Congratulations, Kennedy. And now, for the guys. Here are your honorees for the Male Lacrosse Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta Area Male Lacrosse Player of the Year is Alex Becker of Lakeside High School.
The top lacrosse player in the Augusta region, Alex Becker, registered 72 goals on the scoreboard, leading the Panthers to a berth in the state tournament. As an attack, he applied constant pressure on the competition with his shots on goal to claim Columbia County Player of the Year honors.
Congratulations, Alex.
We all have that person we look to for inspiration, that drives us to be better, that in turn helps us become an example for somebody else.
And the cycle keeps repeating. Let's take a moment to hear about some of the people who've inspired athletes at every level.
Hey guys, we're back. So let's talk about role models.
Being that person who inspires others is what it's all about. It's one of the main reasons why we started ABC Food Tours, to share experiences, become mentors, and help kids in our communities.
I mean, it's one of my favorite things we do. Give back to the kids, have fun with them, learn from them, teach them a little bit. Nothing better.
Yeah, it's been super rewarding. You know, it's a lot of the lessons that I thought that I'd be teaching these kids is what I've learned from
them.
Exactly.
Yeah, so mentoring, you learn a lot by giving, but you also learn a lot by receiving.
Exactly.
Even the pros have role models. Let's hear who inspired them and who they looked up to.
My role model was Lisa Fernandez. Her standard of excellence was so high.
Peekaboo Street was mine, and without her, you know, I don't know if I would be where I am, so I'm very, very grateful to her.
My role model is Alex Morgan.
My parents inspire me because they raised 3 strong daughters.
My role model growing up was Cal Ripken. He was the all-around player. He was the Rookie of the Year. He was an MVP. He was a world champion. All things that I wanted to accomplish in my career.
My fiance Megan is also a little bit of my role model, just to see how she carries herself. I have a front row seat to it.
I tried to change it to a real model.
I look up to people who are authentic.
You know, I always tell kids it's good to admire somebody. If you like what they do, steal it.
My role model are my parents and siblings.
My role model is my father.
Both of my parents, going back from day one, driving us all around, both of my brothers and I.
My older brother was a great athlete, and I was always chasing after him.
I think the memory of my mom, because she was always so kind and so smart.
The military and their effect they had on me in my rehab.
You hope that as an athlete you can have a positive impact on the community, and there's ways you do it vocally, through social media today, and most importantly through action in the communities.
And so to potentially be that for somebody else obviously is an amazing feeling.
Chipper Jones here. Let's see who really knocked it out of the park this year. Coming up right after this.
Are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
All right, let's get some apps.
Let's do it.
It's as easy as that. Let us refill for you.
There you go, guys.
Wow, that was so fast. Thank you so much.
All right, cheers, guys.
Hey, I'll be right back. Okay.
No one likes waiting in long lines or missing the big moments.
Did I miss anything? No. That was quick. I know, right?
You want a beer? Yeah.
We're making it easier for you to get back to what you love without missing a single minute. Refill.
Did I miss anything?
Softball might be the most misnamed sport there is. First off, the ball isn't soft at all. Just ask anyone who's ever been hit by one. Secondly, pitchers routinely hurl it over 70 miles an hour, standing only 43 feet from home plate. So don't confuse softball for being soft. To present our next set of awards, here's legendary pitcher Jennie Finch.
An icon of the diamond, Jennie Finch caught the nation's attention pitching the University of Arizona to a national championship in 2001. 3 years later, she was on the world stage, helping lead Team USA to the gold medal at the Athens Olympics. She would later collect a silver medal in Beijing and go on to boast an outstanding pro career on her way to the National Softball Hall of Fame. Softball. Presented by Greg Oldham, Maybaum Real Estate.
Hey everybody, Jennie Finch here with a question for all you softball players out there. Why can't they make a great sports movie about women's softball? Is it really that hard? I mean, our smaller sphered cousin baseball has tons of them. Sure, there is that comedy All-Stars, but that's really more about the parents than it is about the players. Even a league of their own is about women's baseball, where there is no crying, not softball. It makes no sense. Our sport provides plenty of drama. I don't know about you, but I've met some unforgettable characters in and around the diamond. And you have a built-in audience dying to see their sport up on the silver screen. So for any of you softball players out there with a mile-wide creative streak, start gathering some fun stories, start putting together some characters, and getting them down on paper. And let's see if we can make a movie about the greatest sport in the world, softball. And while we wait for that, let's give out some awards. Here are your honorees for the Softball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta Area Softball Player of the Year is Ansley Gibson of Lakeside High School.
Ansley Gibson, a junior pitcher for Lakeside High, finished the year 12-7 and was tabbed the top player in Class 6A, Region 3.
Congratulations, Ansley.
In 1936, Major League Baseball became the first professional sport in North America to establish a Hall of Fame as a way to remember the greats of the game from every generation. Induction to the Hall is seen as the highest honor of an extraordinary player's remarkable career. To present our baseball awards is first ballot Hall of Famer Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones was selected by the Atlanta Braves as the #1 overall pick in 1990 and went on to become a mainstay in a Braves dynasty that claimed 11 consecutive division crowns and a World Series title. He captured 2 Silver Slugger awards and was the National League MVP in 1999. Baseball, presented by Greg Oldham, Maybaum Real Estate.
Hey everybody, can't tell you how proud I am to be a part of this presentation to all you hard-working baseball players out there. I also want to say how impressed I am at all the stats you guys use these days. Y'all have a measure for everything. When I was playing, we didn't talk much about range factors or wins above replacement or bequeathed runner scored. Heck, we didn't even know what bequeath was. The only time we ever talked about launch angle was if we happened to see the space shuttle taking off. And exit velocity was how fast the fans left after a big loss. But by embracing all the statistical analysis, you're getting new insights into this great game. You're also probably getting a lot better scores on your math tests, so keep up the good work. And don't let your BABIP affect your WOBA, whatever that means. Here are your honorees for the Baseball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta Area Baseball Player of the Year is David Bell of Greenbrier High School.
David Bell, a junior, demonstrated his ability to perform in the state quarterfinals when he went to the Hill and threw a complete 9-inning game, and then aided his own cause when he tied the game by hitting a 2-run homer. Bell is committed to play his college baseball for Georgia State.
Congratulations, David.
Many of the athletes featured tonight will continue their athletic careers in college.
But our next presenter's talents were so prodigious that the professional leagues couldn't wait. To hand out our basketball awards, we have the big ticket himself, Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, dubbed Mr. Basketball USA in 1995, was the first player drafted by the NBA straight out of high school in more than 20 years. This 15-time All-Star earned MVP and Defensive Player of the Year honors and an Olympic gold medal. Here he is, the big ticket himself. Basketball, presented by Greg Oldham, Maybaum Real Estate.
Hey, KG here. I know all you girls and guys have worked really hard in high school. Have totally earned all the props and recognition you're getting. But no matter how long you play this game, know one thing, they will never teach you at any point along the way is how to give out awards. I tell you right now, it's not easy. It's great that our country is a melting pot and we have people from all over. But that also means that the names can be pronounced a million different ways. So be kind to the big ticket, if you will. If I accidentally mispronounce your name or if I don't get your name right perfectly, I mean, no disrespect. I have just seen these winners' names and I'm gonna try my best, okay? So let's get to it. Here are some honorees for the Female Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Augusta area Female Basketball Player of the Year is Jordan Dorsey of Cross Creek High School.
Jordan Dorsey left no doubt about her legacy as the best girls basketball player in the Augusta area when she lit up the scoreboard with a 30-point game in the state championship victory. She'll graduate as the all-time leading scorer in Ladybacks history, and she'll do it with valedictorian honors.
Congratulations, Jordan. And now for the ballers on the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are the Augusta area Male Basketball Player of the Year is Richard Vesitesion of Cross Creek High School.
As a senior for Cross Creek, Richard Visitation, who transferred from Butler High, scored 11 points in the Class 3A state championship victory. He was the steady hands for the Razorbacks as they finished the season 29-4.
Congratulations, Richard.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. John Bajeskel, and I'm a sports medicine surgeon from Augusta Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Specialist. It is my pleasure to be here to celebrate every high school athlete being honored tonight. In our day-to-day work, we see high school athletes that are injured that are fighting to recover. We fight alongside you and are proud to provide the greater Augusta area with compassionate, orthopedic care of the highest quality. We're amazed by the student athletes that show great courage to overcome their unique obstacles. We are proud to honor your achievements.
Courage means getting up after you've been knocked down. Failure is refusing to get up. Courage is getting up and doing something about it.
Courage means being uncomfortable and being okay with that.
Be willing to take a chance and maybe go against the flow.
To put yourself on the line for something.
I was always taught that courage means doing the right thing when no one's looking.
Courage means stepping out of your comfort zone.
Courage means you're fearless.
Courage means facing your fears and saying, I'm not scared of you.
Courage means doing the right thing all the time, not just when people are watching.
Courage can mean that you're just not afraid to make mistakes.
Not the absence of fear, but I think confronting your fears.
One of my favorite quotes is by Mary Ann Radmacher. It says, courage does not always roar. Some days, courage is the little voice that says, I'll try again tomorrow.
Courage truly means so many things. Overcoming challenges is the very essence of sports. But there are times when adversity comes after the whistles have blown and the horns have sounded, and it's devastating. The Courage Award is given to an athlete who has faced tremendous hardship and through their strength and tenacity were able to rise above it.
In 2018, a traumatic on-field leg injury threatened to end Alex Smith's professional football career and his life. After 17 surgeries, a lethal infection, and 2 years of grueling rehab, he stepped back into the huddle to help lead the Washington football team to an improbable playoff berth. Here to honor our recipient and present the 2021 Courage Award is a man who is no stranger to hardship himself, 2020 NFL Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith.
The Courage Award, presented by Augusta Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists.
There are a lot of ways to define courage. For me, courage is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. And the grace exhibited by our Courage Award winner is something to behold. Courage can be found overcoming a sudden and traumatic event, or conquering a lifelong condition in ways the rest of us can't even imagine. What makes this athlete truly amazing is that they shared their very difficult, very personal story in order to help the next person who has the same brutal hill to climb. They found a way to turn courage into something shared, something inspiring, something beautiful. And the recipient of the Courage Award for the Augusta area is Javon Dunn of Lakeside High School.
We're often given reminders that the final score can actually take a back seat to what happens on the field of play. Javon Dunn is one of those reminders. Dunn is a 17-year-old autistic student in Lakeside High School's moderate intellectual disability class, and he made arguably the most important basket of the season for the Panthers, on senior night no less. Javon stepped onto the court for the Panthers in the final seconds of a region game against Lakeside's biggest rival, Evans High School. When he took his sweats off to enter the game, the energy in the gymnasium changed. Everyone knew something special was about to happen. After the whistle, Javon immediately drove to the basket and hit a layup. The crowds of both Lakeside and Evans released a deafening roar, and the atmosphere of a fierce rivalry evaporated, even if just for a moment. For that moment, everyone was on the same team. After the final buzzer sounded, Javon ran back to the sidelines to celebrate with his teammates. The first one to meet him with a big hug was the head coach, Brad Powers. The fact is, Javon has been part of the team since before Powers even took the job. When he's not pumping up his teammates, he can often be seen at practice shooting three-pointers. He travels with the team to several road games and often dresses out. Powers says he brings a certain energy wherever he goes, and his team feeds off of it. Javon Dunn truly is the heart and soul of the Lakeside basketball program.
What's up, Javon, my boy? I want to say congrats to you, and it's been a great 4 years in playing basketball with you this long. I love that you have such a love for the game, even when you're not playing, even when we lose or when we win. You always show the most emotion on the team. You're the life of the party. You love to dance. You love to rap. You love all the music. And thank you for just being the amazing person that you are, Javon. You never change for anybody, and I love that about you. Congrats to you, my boy.
Congratulations, Javon.
Hey, high school sports fans, it's the Big Aristotle here to present some of the biggest awards of the night. So stick around. I've been preparing all week. I really hope I make Miss Swan proud. That's my fourth grade teacher. Definitely don't want to end up in detention again.
We've seen so many outstanding individual achievements in all different sports from this past school year. But now we focus on the heart of high school athletics, the team. And a crucial ingredient for success at any level, the coach.
And to present our awards for the best team and best coach, please welcome someone who is no stranger to success, legendary coach Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer has found success at every stop of his coaching career, including 3 national championships. He's the winner of multiple National Coach of the Year awards, and this fall, he'll make his NFL debut as head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi guys, we know that good coaches and teams of this world are judged by the wins and losses. But we all know that there's a lot more behind the scenes. Strategy, teaching, training, and a lot of pushing. But a coach excels when his or her team truly comes together as one. And you know, it doesn't matter what sport you play. There really is nothing like being part of an exceptional team. It's never easy, of course. Nothing worthwhile ever is. The hours and hours of practice, the growth of a unit, going through all the ups and downs, the highs and lows of a season together. When you become a great team, a special bond forms between the players, the coaches, and the support staff. That's like nothing else I've ever felt. Yes, there's some magic needed to make great coaches and great teams, but don't take this old coach's word for it. Let's hear from some athletes who know a thing or two about winning.
A good teammate accepts you as you are, yet challenges you to become even better because they see the best in you.
A good teammate is someone who wants the same amount of success for you as they do themselves.
A good teammate is unselfish.
Somebody who always stays positive.
The way you grow, the way your game grows, the way your IQ grows, a lot of times is off the basis of how you're coached.
A good coach is consistent.
A good coach is someone that can motivate you to do things that your mind doesn't even think you can do.
Good coaches understand that their role is not just to coach, but to teach, to inspire, and motivate an athlete.
Okay guys, they really did say it best. But now let's give out some awards to some who've proven they know what it takes to come together as a team and bring home the wins. Here are your finalists for the Team of the Year. And the Augusta area Team of the Year is Cross Creek male and female basketball teams.
Cross Creek's basketball programs each made history during the 2020-21 season. Onlookers wondered if this was going to be the year the team would get over the hump and get past the Sweet 16, where it had fallen each of the previous 2 seasons. Region champ Cross Creek cruised through the first 2 rounds and then bested Sonoraville 51-47 in the Elite 8. And the Ladybacks punched their ticket to Macon. And Cross Creek knocked off Greater Atlanta Christian for their first title in program history. The Cross Creek boys squad also managed to secure a region title, and much like the girls, needed a 1-point win over Windsor Forest in the Final Four to advance. The Razorbacks found themselves in familiar territory with their second state title game appearance in as many seasons.
What a year for both teams. Very impressive, and congratulations. Now for the Coach of the Year, and the finalists are and the Augusta area Coach of the Year is Jawan Bailey of T.W. Josie High School.
For Jawan Bailey and his players, this basketball season actually began in 2018. He led Josie High School to the state title game 3 years ago, where the Lady Eagles fell to crosstown rival Laney 63-40. Bailey returned 2 seniors from that team, and they wouldn't be denied this time around. This time, the Lady Eagles topped the Lady Wildcats in the region semifinals by 145-44. Josie cruised past Fitzgerald in the first round of the states and rode the wave all the way to Macon for a date with destiny on their way to winning the Class A state championship.
Congratulations, Coach. Excellent job.
All right, guys, the moment we have all been waiting for. It's time to reveal the top male and female athletes of the year. Yes. These are exemplary athletes who have stolen the spotlight, dominated the season, and shown what it means to be unstoppable.
To give us a helping hand with the female athlete of the year is the all-time assist leader in WNBA history, the great Sue Bird.
Sue Bird has been a basketball superstar for more than 25 years. She earned the Naismith College Player of the Year and a 3-time Nancy Lieberman Award winner. Bird was the #1 pick of the 2002 WNBA draft, an 11-time All-Star, 2 NCAA championships, 4 WNBA crowns, 4 Olympic gold medals, 4 FIBA World Cup titles, plus a dozen or so International League titles. Female Athlete of the Year, presented by Mercedes-Benz of Augusta.
Hey everybody, Sue Bird here. We've arrived at my favorite part of the show. Female Athlete of the Year brings together the best of the best, all in one award. It's kind of like that scene in Endgame when all the female heroes assemble, only instead of lasers, swords, and tricked out suits, you gals have sports equipment. But you get the idea. The point is, you have all excelled in your individual sports. You have all overcome obstacles standing between you and success. And you all have earned our lasting admirations. So really, there is no downside here. Just one of you gets a little bit more of an upside. But you all leave tonight winners. All right, Let's meet our finalists for Female Athlete of the Year.
Virginia Chu, a senior from Augusta Prep Day School. Jordan Dorsey, a senior from Cross Creek High School. Kennedy Powell, a senior from Lakeside High School.
And the Augusta area Female Athlete of the Year is Jordan Dorsey of Cross Creek High School.
Considered by many as the heart and soul of the program the past 4 years, Jordan Dorsey graduated from Cross Creek as the most decorated basketball player in school history. She earned All-Area and Region Player of the Year honors while capping off the year with her second straight Augusta Chronicle Girls Basketball Player of the Year award. The senior guard shined the brightest on the biggest stage, dropping a team-high 30 points in Cross Creek's win over Greater Atlanta Christian for the Georgia High School Association Class 3A State Basketball Championship. While her prep career ended with the school's first ever state title, Dorsey's story is just getting started. She'll continue her career at Division I North Carolina A&T State University on a basketball scholarship.
Congratulations, Jordan.
Now let's meet the contenders for Male Athlete of the Year. With so much incredible talent on display, we needed somebody of equal stature. So our final presenter of the night needs no introduction.
Yeah, but we're gonna give him one anyway, because if we don't, I know he'll call us out and he'd say, "Hey, there's Rutledge, why did you throw the Jesus some love?"
Wow.
So here to present our final award of the night, the one and only Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, the big Aristotle himself, is feared by opponents and loved by millions. Shaq's combination of size, speed, and strength led to 4 NBA championship rings, an MVP title, 15 All-Star Game appearances, an Olympic gold medal, and a first ballot invite to the Hall of Fame. Male Athlete of the Year Award, presented by Mercedes-Benz of Augusta.
What's up, everybody? Diesel in the house, representing for all the major athletes out there in high school. It's time to give out the Best Male Athlete Award. Anytime somebody wants to put the word best next to your name, that is a major sign of respect. It means they know you do hard work to be great, but also you pay attention to detail. It means you rise to the occasion when your team really needs it. It means you make your parents proud. So let's give it up for the male athletes who are vying for the title of the best. And the finalists for the Male Athlete of the Year are
Braden Collette, a senior from Greenbrier High School. Bo Shugarts, a senior from Greenboro High School. Richard Visitation, a senior from Cross Creek High School.
And the Augusta Area Male Athlete of the Year is Bo Shugarts of Greenbrier High School.
Bo Shugarts capped off a 4-year varsity football career as one of the most disruptive defensive players in the area. The defensive end earned All-Area honors as both a junior and senior, and was named to the All-State team for the 5A classification in 2020. He helped Greenbrier do a significant turnaround from a 2-9 record last year to a 7-4 mark. A multi-sport athlete, Shugarts earned a Greenbrier record 13 varsity letters throughout his 4-year high school career. During his senior year, he became the second Greenbrier wrestler to secure a state title on the mat, becoming the first heavyweight to accomplish the feat. He was also an all-area lacrosse performer and nearly qualified for the state championships in track and field as a thrower. Shugarts translated his success in the classroom and on the football field to a scholarship to the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, where he'll attend in the fall.
Congratulations, Bo.
What a great night. We have had so much fun celebrating your accomplishments, and we want to thank all the parents, guardians, teachers, and role models who have helped these amazing young adults get to where they are today. You're all so important.
Exactly. To all the athletes, coaches, and winners, congratulations.
Yes.
Until next year, that's a wrap.
Yes.
Some advice I'd give to my high school self would be, don't sweat the small stuff.
I would tell my high school self to take time and enjoy the little things. High school flies by, and before you know it, you will be an adult. So have fun and enjoy the time with your friends and family.
Well, there's a couple things. I think one would to tell myself to be yourself. And a lot of times that's a lot easier said than done, but I know looking back, I was like every other high school kid, trying to figure things out, you know, seeing what your friends are doing, seeing what your family's doing, trying to see where you fit in. And I think a lot of times as kids, you know, we don't have the confidence to just be who we are.
Only surround yourself with people that you respect, that you love you back, that support you. You've got to have positive enforcement in every way around you.
Continue to be a leader and not a follower. Continue to do right things in the community, in schools, around other student athletes.
It's supposed to be fun. Work hard, put everything into it, but make sure that you have joy when you compete. It's not about the outcome, it's about competing with all of your heart for something that you love. The outcome, the results will take care of themselves if you do that. So make sure you have fun with your team, rejoice in each other, rejoice in your talent, and just go for it.
I think I would tell her first and foremost to enjoy the process and have fun and stay present in the moment. And then I would say to challenge herself and to kind of run towards her fears and get uncomfortable. I think that that's where people learn and grow the most, is making mistakes, taking advantage of the mistakes as an opportunity and learning from them.
My advice would be make the most of your high school experience. How you do that, it's about people, it's about relationships.
Be yourself and be a leader before being anything.